And that's a big part of what nonviolent communication is for me. It's a lot about learning how to take responsibility for my own needs and my own experience. What an amazing possibility that we are responsible for our experience. We are responsible. No one can create inside of your experience except you. Now, there's good news and bad news to that, you know. It takes the fun out of the bony finger of blame. You can't do that with the same joy as you used to. But also, just opens up a possibility that we could take charge of our inner experience. We could choose, isn't this amazing? We could choose how we respond to events. We could choose. What an amazing possibility that we have a choice about how we respond to events and situations. So, I want to talk to you real briefly about 4 ways to respond to events. Some of you already know this, so I'll just make it brief, just to catch up the newcomers. One way to respond to events is by wearing what I call jackal ears. Why do I call it jackal ears? Because I believe that inside of us there lives, Eckhart Tolle would call it ego. Others have called it the inner critic. Others have called it the nagging parent or whatever. But I call it a jackal. There's a jackal that lives inside of me. It speaks a language that's not connected to life. It speaks a language of staticness and labels, of right-wrong thinking. It's embedded in the patriarchal paradigm, about 8,000 years of patriarchy that we've been living in. This language comes out of that consciousness. Always real interested. Who's right, who's wrong. Why? Because we need to know who deserves reward, who deserves punishment. It's all based on deserve. So I got one of these characters that live inside of me. I'm a part of this world and this history, and I come out of it. So sometimes when people do things, I choose to put on my jackal ears inwardly. What are you laughing at? Actually, that's jackal ears this way. So what's wrong with this guy trying to embarrass me in public? Well, I think of it this way, like, he's right, I should get a real job. Pretty weird, you know. Grown man with this kind of head apparatus in public. Oh God. He's right, you know, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I actually wrote my partner a poem the other day. I said, you express your sweet needs to me. I add them to my list of inadequacies. You say you're lonely, you'd like some company and connection. I hear I'm a lousy partner. So with these ears, it's all about me. And that's the way ego is. All about us. What I'm wanting to teach us a little bit about is how to Q-tip. How to quit taking it personally. How to quit taking it personally. How to hold what's happening in a way that keeps me in touch with life. It keeps me alive. It keeps me up. It keeps my energy up. That's my energy field. Nothing's more important than me being in an up, powerful, connected, energized place. Nothing's more important than that. I'm effective from that place. When I wear my ears this way, it syncs my energy, my vibration, my feelings. It's what I call my inner GPS, my good positioning system inside of myself. I can notice when I wear these ears, my GPS is telling me I'm off track. I'm in good position. I'm not responding in a way that keeps me in touch with good energy. Another way, it might be even a little bit better, it feels a little better sometimes, is to wear your ears this way. And instead of me being wrong, you're the one that's messed up. See, listen to the idiot back there laughing. Trying to embarrass me in public. I know he's getting. I make it all about you and what's wrong with you, how uncouth, how silly and crazy you are for laughing, or whatever it is. There's another hyena here. I make other people wrong and mad for whatever they're doing. And from this position, this is what I call, in the history of domination, submissive cultures, this is the male role. This is how males are taught to respond to the planet, how to protect themselves. One of my mentors was this woman who invented family systems theory. Her name was Virginia Satir. And she showed me one time in sculpture what it looks like, what the jackal ears outward, which is the male role, the jackal ears inward, which is how we have taught women to respond to events a lot of times. She did it in sculpture. She says, here's a sculpture of the male role in a domination culture. And the sculpture of a woman in the domination culture is this. She's pleading in submission. And we play different games from this position. The male plays the power over games, the shame games, the domination games, the demand games. The woman should play her victim games, the guilt games, or other ways that you can try to have power in her. And this really sets men against women. It really creates a lot of disconnect. It really makes for a very low flow of love in our communities until we learn how to change these dynamics. So that's two of them. Jackal ears outward, jackal ears inward. Then there's two more. And when I've had something to wound me, something that triggers me, something that my GPS tells me is sending me down into fear, shame, guilt, depression. My GPS tells me I need to get my giraffe ears on inwardly and connect with myself. What's alive in me? What's going on from the neck down? I know what's going on in my thought world. I'm telling myself the market is crashing, everybody's going to be on the streets and under bridges, and we're all going to have to learn how to be street people. I know that, or all the other things that come to me, the vortex of violence and the vortex of fear, it sucks me in. I know the thoughts, but what's going on? What am I feeling? What am I desiring? What is the beautiful, living energy of my need saying? Not what is the lack. By need, I don't mean lack. I mean the presence of a life force, of a desire, of a passion, an excitement. I call it the entelechy of my person, of my being. What is the blueprint? What am I wanting? What's pulling me forward? And if I can get in touch with that, I come back into the here and the now. When I get back in touch with the here and the now, fear's gone. And I'm just connected with my life force. And then images start to come to me, what to do for myself, how to take care of myself, what steps to take next, just start to come into my mind. Once I'm connected, once my energy is focused on what I'm needing, what's really alive, what I'm wanting, what is my desire, what is my passion. And then from that place of connection, then I can respond to events differently. From that place, I can respond with empathy and connection. And I can be for your needs, not against you in any way. I can be for you. And then I connect with the power of the universe because I'm not against it. I'm for everyone and getting their needs met. I'm not always crazy about your strategies, but I'm really supportive of your needs. Let me show you what I mean. From this place, when I have these ears on, anything anybody says to me, I can connect with and enjoy instead of taking it personally. Let me show you what I mean. Can someone please insult me? I know this gentleman back here. maybe someone could insult me. I'll show you what.
You look silly with those ears on.
So, are you worried about me getting a job when I read these things?
No.
Oh. Are you just amused and this is entertainment for you?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm glad to be of help. Glad I can contribute to your meeting some of your needs for entertainment. So from this place of connection to myself, I don't have to make it about me. I can let whatever's coming at me be about what's coming at me instead of about myself. Okay. So that's the basic. Start up with that. Now I want to play some games. 'Cause I like to have fun. I like to play games and have fun and learn. Oh, thank you. My need for fun is getting low. Now I will try to need fun. So here's what I want to do.